Hey yo, it's me, it's RVE back with another Ravens rant here. I want to appreciate and thank everyone for listening to the last one. Definitely follow us at the Heelcast on YouTube and then follow us on Twitter as well. Subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitter. Hit me up on Twitter at the RVE_Heelcast and follow the show, which is at the_Heelcast as always. I want to backtrack. I actually forgot a few things and want to clear something up from my last rant. Is that one, when I did my last recording, I had Google searched this Janelle Grant girl, and it showed a African-American girl of very average looks. Come to find out, that was not who the actual Janelle Grant was. Seeing her, I want to apologize for calling her a 5 because that woman is no 5. That is a very attractive woman. That is a 7.5 to an 8. So I guess I understand a little bit more why a lot of these guys were infatuated with her, because she is a much more attractive woman than I thought she was originally. Moving on, I did not mention the fact that Vince has dildos, allegedly has dildos named after his superstars that he used on this woman. There's like a big show and good God, man. You can't make this shit up, right? Like, how weird is this? Everything about this has just been so damn bizarre. And then allegedly, so now there's a story out where it sounds like the internet sleuths have determined this was the Brock Lesnar defeating Kofi Kingston for the World Championship or WWE Championship, whatever it was that he had at the time, where basically this Janelle girl pitched that Kofi wins like a David versus Goliath underdog story, to where she, Vince acknowledged it, thanked her, made her feel like her input was mattered. And then, of course, Brock squashed Kofi, and allegedly he named a dildo after Kofi and fucked her with the dildo. Oh my God. This thing is just so crazy. And then the last thing I've heard, which is just disgusting, which was allegedly, again, all of this is alleged, and I feel this woman needs to take accountability for her own actions as well, because she willingly started fucking old men, old enough to be her dad and grandfather. That said, after signing the NDA, the story is that Vince said he has one more thing for her, and he said, I'm going to make you eat me, something along those lines. And basically grabbed her and shoved her head in his crotch and made her choke on his dick. And my God, like, if any of this is real, it's just repulsive. And I'm assuming some of it is. Again, I've said I don't think all of it's real, but I'm guessing some of it is. But who knows? It's not criminal charges, so we'll see what happens here. But my God, man, fuck Vince. I don't even care if he's guilty. I've hated the man for so long, and he's done so many things. Just fuck this guy. So I'm going to get into the Royal Rumble and rant on that pay-per-view, but real quick, just want to mention here that not only is it WrestleMania 40 coming up, but it's 40 years of Hulkamania being celebrated, and Hulk Hogan gets a whole lot of hate and bullshit throughout the wrestling media and fans, but not here at the Heelcast. We're all Hulkamaniacs here. The business would not be where it is today and never would have even came near the peaks and levels that it's at if it weren't for fucking Hulk Hogan, who is, in my opinion, now granted, Bret Hart's my GOAT, but Hulk Hogan's the GOAT as well. So, Hulk Hogan, the greatest of all time. Happy anniversary to Hulkamania. Memories I'll never forget. So, that made my childhood and a lot of others. So, anyone with this Hulkamania hate or Hulk Hogan hatred or anything, shut up. Literally, take it, turn it sideways, and shove it up your ass. Now, moving on to the Royal Rumble. Now, as a lot of you know, I don't really watch WWE. It's been about, 9 years now of me not watching it. I'll watch a few events here and there. Truthfully, I had a friend of mine tell me, oh man, Monday Night Raw has been so good lately ever since, the TKO thing and so on and so on. So I thought, you know what, it's a Royal Rumble. I watched it last year. It wasn't a bad event last year. Every time I watch WWE, it makes me appreciate AEW even more. And I'm not big on AEW right now because AEW is about the worst it's ever been too. It was bad. The Royal Rumble fucking sucked. This was bad. The women's match, which was probably the highlight of the entire night. I mean, we had the return of Naomi, a.k.a. Trinity Fatu, returning from TNA, no longer Impact. We had the TNA Knockouts champion, who's about the most unlikable human being in real life, Jordan Disgrace, as she's known here around the Heelcast. I mean, that's a big thing for WWE and TNA to be working together. This needs to not be overlooked. So, big thing there. And Jordan, she did perform, despite the fact she is the most unlikable, woke social justice warrior you can imagine. She did go in there and make a big deal for TNA Impact. We also saw the debut of Jade Cargill in WWE after being a big deal in AEW for years. So Jade came off pretty well and made a very strong debut and an impressive one for the WWE. I don't want to hear this shit like, that's how you make a star. No, Tony Khan and AEW put this woman with Shaquille O'Neal to start, a legitimate pop culture icon. Everyone knows Big Shaq. They gave this girl a legitimate undefeated streak for a lot of years, so I don't want to hear, that's how you, AEW is as bad as they are, especially with promoting and trying to create stars. They did a pretty good job with her, too. She's an impressive specimen, and we'll see how far she goes in the WWE universe. Then, for whatever reason, next, it's the WWE Championship match. I don't even know if it's a WWE title. They have the two different ones. I don't know. The whatever belt Roman Reigns has, the world title match, WWE Championship, we'll call it same thing here. I don't pay enough attention. Is on before the United States Championship. So is it... The WWE has been devaluing their titles so much, and not like AEW is any better now since they have about 27 of them. But now, it's your world... Why on earth does your world title go on before your U.S. title? Because you have a real celebrity here as a B-list celebrity from YouTube? Which, stupid match, Logan Paul and Kevin Owens, that's all I'm going to say about it. But the World Championship match, this Fatal 4-Way, was extremely anticlimactic. And, I mean, we all knew Reigns was winning, but, God, this was anticlimactic and bad. However, let's backtrack. Anyone that's listened to Heelcast for a lot of years has known that not just me, but all of us have been saying that LA Knight, formerly Eli Drake in Impact Wrestling, was a superstar in the making if he had the right platform, because this guy is fantastic. The only thing holding this guy back from becoming a household name and the next megastar is the WWE system itself not wanting him to be there. So I just want to say, on behalf of myself and probably on behalf of the rest of the members of the Heelcast, we told you so. Hopefully, LA Knight gets pushed to the moon. Yeah. So here we have the main event. I've actually seen worse Royal Rumble matches than this, but not many. This was bad. It's predictable. It was boring. No surprises. In a way, that's fine. There's no, I guess we're surprised, but, no legends that come in and kind of steal spotlight. I guess that's fine in a way, as they're not the people in here working their asses off. There was Hulk Hogan rumors, which I knew couldn't happen. There were X-Pac rumors. They had Pat McAfee, which was just, why waste a spot for that spot? It was stupid and unnecessary to have McAfee in there, and it really sucked. The first person in was one of the Usos, and as soon as you saw, I think it was Jey Uso came out, it was pretty goddamn obvious that the other Uso brother was going to draw number 2 and start off that way. Grayson Waller sucks. I think that guy was 3rd, maybe 4th, but that guy came out to just no freaking crowd reaction whatsoever. The last time I paid attention, WWE was trying to make this guy a big deal, and he's not. It was bad. Crickets. Then you have the return of Andrade. I know the thing was WWE didn't use him right. Well, Tony Khan didn't use him right either. They both dropped the ball on this guy. Every time I see Andrade, this guy is a very polished wrestler who always impresses. Is he a superstar, mega star in the making? No, he's not, but he's a very good hand that deserves to be upper mid-card. And, of course, there was no Brock Lesnar. Rumor is Braun Breaker got his spot and did everything that Brock was going to do. Same elimination, same time, etc. Brock's name wasn't fully mentioned in the civil suit, but they made some hints, and it's pretty much clear as day now. The fact that they held Brock out, that it's confirmed that it was Brock Lesnar. Then we had a very predictable final three. The three that were rumored to win it. You could tell by this the promo of the other day it was going to be Punk and CodyRhodes in the final three. And then there was these rumors that Gunther was going to win it. So it ends up being CMPunk against Cody. One member of the Elite. CodyRhodes wins to go and finish the story. Thank God Cody won because, well, CMPunk is a cancer. And it's hard to like the guy. Even better news is that, again, what is this, the third time in a big spotlight match, CM Punk has injured himself. 2 in AEW, 1 here. The guy gets injured immediately, and he's out for months. He's going to miss WrestleMania. So that Punk and Seth Rollins match everyone had to see, not going to happen. Karma's a real thing sometimes, CM Punk, and you got yours. At the end of the match, after Cody eliminates CM Punk, he did do gestures to the Young Bucks and to Kenny Omega, the Elite, which kind of shows you can't really believe everything you see from the dirt sheet, saying that CodyRhodes left AEW because of the falling out with the Elite. I'm going to guess that's probably not true. It probably had something to do with Tony Khan being a coked out idiot who doesn't know how to book a show. So in conclusion, the 2024 Royal Rumble sucked. It was a boring, bad, predictable show. They had the press conference at the end where Triple H, when discussing Jordynne Grace, went ahead and took a dig at the Forbidden Door reference, which was kind of funny. And then people are ripping him for the PC remarks or PC answers when asked about the Vince thing. Come on, people. It's a legal matter. The WWE, TKO endeavors have good lawyers. Vince has a great lawyer. My God, he's got a great lawyer. Don't expect him to answer these questions like, oh, he did himself. No, you were going to get, no matter, unless the company is absolutely just run by the dumbest people on the planet, which they're not, you're going to get those answers from everyone. So I'm not a Triple H defender, but back off of him for answering things the way that he did. So there is a difference between, and I've seen people go, well, Triple H is getting ripped, but no one ripped Tony Khan about these questions for Jericho. There's a massive difference between what's going on with Vince and some stupid hack journalist, dirt sheet writer saying something about Jericho that had literally no merit, that's went nowhere, but yet Jericho's still being crucified, versus actual court allegations that has actually hit a court in a lawsuit against Vince. There's a huge difference. Shut up about Chris Jericho until some actual proof or lawsuit comes out, for fuck's sake. Get a grip, you fucking losers. And I said this to the rest of the heel cast and some of my friends that I'm willing to bet Collision was the best wrestling show on television Saturday night. So Goldberg from the heel cast said, don't go that far. And I said, you know what, dude? I'm willing to bet you that Collision had at least one good wrestling match, which the Royal Rumble didn't. Now, I have not watched Collision since football season started. I got my college football, and then I've had my NFL. However, as a huge 49ers fan who had a lot of nerves going in Sunday, I woke up that morning, I had taken the day off and thought to myself, I'm going to watch Collision so I'm not overly stressing myself out about the 49ers. Collision was a much better show. I'm not saying it was great, but it had a couple good matches on it, which beats the shit out of anything the Royal Rumble did. But for the love of God, and I'm going to end the show on this, quit trying to make Daniel Garcia a star. He sucks. He has no charisma. Tony Khan, your booking decisions are terrible. RVE out. He'll cast out.